What's up, everybody? Got no one here as of yet, but we're just getting warmed up. Let's get this stuff all going here. I know Trinity's coming and Recon. Not sure who else yet, but we'll see. There we go. Let it play some ads. Why not? Got my coffee going. If y'all notice up above there, it's got the StreamYard there now. It's because I went back to a cheaper package. That's only $10 a month. Hi, Trinity. How you doing, sweetie? Probably watching the commercials just like I am. Or the advertisements. How are you doing tonight? You are? That's good. Did you get your car fixed? Oh, we're all tired. We're exhausted. No, not fixed, huh? Huh. What's wrong with it again? You're not the only one having trouble with cars, because I guess Michaela's having trouble with her car. Callie's having trouble with her car. She's trying to fix it. Uh-oh. It's going to take him a while, huh? Well, it's too bad you're not here. Your dad could probably fix it. Hey, Ken, how you doing, buddy? I know it's been a couple of days since I've been live, and we still haven't got everything moved yet, but we've been working so much and so late that I haven't been able to get up online here. But I wanted to make a point to get up here to kind of catch you guys up on what's been going. Have you been getting a ride to work, Trinity? I hope, or I hope you didn't lose your job because of it. Glasses are filthy. Where my rag is for cleaning my glasses? I guess I lost it. Huh. That's odd. Hey, Recon, how you doing, buddy? You having a friend give you a ride? That's good. Yeah, really, it's terrible when you get your first day of work and you have to miss it because your car breaks down. I've had that happen before. Still cooking on the grill? exhausting. That's what everything's been exhausting lately. A lot of work. Excuse me. The shed was a nightmare to move. A nightmare. I have my coffee can. You can bet I got my coffee tonight. I just made a pot earlier. I'll probably be taking a minute to go get another cup here in a minute because I haven't had any all day. Except early this morning. Well, the problem is the guy that moved it for me, he was really doing it for free, but I mean, we managed to scrape him up some money anyway for gas and his time because it turned into a all-day job. My son, Trinity's father, was supposed to have been here between 10 and 11, and we never got him here until after, like 1 o'clock. Put us way behind. And then we had to do things before the guy came. Well, he might get here at 12:30, excuse me. Then we realized we needed to put some boards at an angle like this, well, on all the walls to keep it from moving, for safety, excuse me. So we had some 1x4s and 2x4s to do that with. Of course, it's 16 by 10, so we had to put multiple boards on the 16-foot side and brace everything up good. So then the guy finally comes with the trailer. So I had to go meet him because he didn't know how to get here. And it's a 16-foot by 8-foot trailer. And I did not realize the trailer he was bringing to use had sides on it, which made it an absolute nightmare. The trailer itself was probably a 1.5 feet off the ground. Now, the sides weren't high, but they were 12 inches high. All angle iron on the top. It was all angle iron, just not solid sides, but they had angle irons that built up the sides of it. And so that meant, we measured from the ground up to the top. The trailer had to be, we found out too that even though that was at the top of the fenders were there too. Made it more complicated. So you couldn't put weight on the fenders because it would push the fenders onto the tires, which would obviously wouldn't have been good. So we had some rough sawn 2x4s that I had gotten from Jennifer's fiance. And they were really 2 inches by 4 inches. So we had to use 2 of those, strap them down at the very end, couple in the middle, and so on and so forth, several rows of them across, so that when the shed came onto the trailer, it would keep them off the fenders. Well, we had to get the front of that shed up like 31.5 to 32 inches high off the ground, the front of it. And that was a real chore. Hey, Jennifer, how are you doing? It took us from 1:30 till, I think we never got done till about 9:30 or 10 o'clock that night. And it was just totally stressful. It took hours just to get it up there. I mean, we had to keep jacking it up, and we finally took and we had a bit of a slope going up to the shed. So we finally got the idea that as we got it on top of the back of the trailer, we decided, well, we got a little ways up here. We unhitched the trailer. We blocked the tires so they couldn't go nowhere. Unhooked the trailer. We got 11:30. Yeah, it was a little late. So it was really exhausting. And it was hot. 95 degrees at least. So anyway, we blocked the tires so the trailer couldn't move. We unhooked the trailer, picked the trailer up, which gave the it helped relieve some of the tension to get the shed up onto that trailer. Made it a lot easier. We were able to get a couple of winches going on it, one on each side, and finally got it winched up enough. And we had the front of the trailer so that we had the jack stand so it wouldn't go down too far. Got so there was enough weight on it to get down the jack stand. Then we were able to pick the front of it up and put it back on the truck. Then we had to strap it down all the way around it, several, I think like different places. Got that done, and we finally moved it. We got it up there, and it was really tough because we got to side the back end, and then we realized that we thought we had more room, but there was a tree, but it was at an angle. It actually been like this way if you're looking at it. And when I measured it, it was down lower where the lower part was, had plenty of room, but because the shed was so tall, it was hitting. More of a problem. Another huge problem. So my son has to get up there and he starts cutting branches and stuff and getting branches out of the way and all of that. And we literally had to take and hook a chain to the tree, the top of it, and crank around another tree into other trees, two of them, and then winch that tree back to force it to go back up straight. And we had, probably, we got sort of like I had 4 inches of clearance by the tree. But we had a little bit more on the other side, not much more, but about 4 inches. I had already pulled the slide in. Thank God there was a slide could go in. And we had to go back and forth many times to finally get it in past the tree, and then we could actually turn the tires on the truck and move the shed at a little bit of an angle to go in a little bit more, and then finally stopped. Next problem comes along, which took hours. Couldn't get the shed off. We thought we could hook it to the tree and just yank it out from under the shed. Nope. Nope, didn't work that way. We got to budge a little bit, but the problem is the driveway is nothing but sand, so the tires would spin. More of a problem. So we finally ended up unhooking it from the truck again, so we could get it up at an angle, get it down, hook a chain to it, and just give it a snatch. And we finally got it to come out some, the trail out from under it some, but it was a really, really hard process. And then we had to find a way to bring it back down. So we ended up trying different things, and I finally suggested a big C-clamp. Well, luckily, Jennifer's fiance, Tim, had a giant C-clamp, and we were able to bring it back down and hook it back up to the hitch. But then we still had a problem. And luckily, again, Jennifer's fiance, Tim, who passed away, had a giant 25-ton tractor-trailer jack. So it would adjust and go way down, and we could lift it up with the jack, give it a snatch. It pulled the jack out, but it would also bring the shed back some. And it was a long process until we finally was able to yank it out of there. It was 95 here today again. It's the last several days have been harder than hell. So we were working in that heat. Then my son Mark got angry at me and went home. The shed was just left sitting up at an angle like that. The front of it was up in the air, whatever. So I had to go in the next morning myself and try to get it down to a 1 block level. It took me quite a while. Dang shit almost fell on me. I was by myself. And then I realized after I finally got down where it needed to be, that I left one of the damn jacks underneath it. So I'm gonna have to jack it back up just to get the damn jack out. And today we just took, we did some more packing today and took the big van that's here was here for the clients, which is a 15 passenger van. We filled that thing up with boxes and stuff and brought them up there to the other storage part we have. No, I didn't take any pictures of that. It would have been a nightmare. I was more worried about it because at one point the shed was dangerously leaning toward one of my other slides. It wasn't far from it. I was scared to death that it would hit that slide and crush it. Hey, Velvet, how you doing? Caitlin, how are you, sweetie? Well, I'm glad you all made it. Both of you came in at the same time. We got 7 here, so that means there's a lurker. Say hi, Minnie. You can't fool us today. Now there's 8, so Earth calling Minnie. How you doing, Caitlin? How you doing, Velvet? I will take pictures after it's all done. I mean, tomorrow in the morning, I got to go to the dump from trash from moving stuff and whatnot because the van's got a bunch of that in there and stuff we're getting rid of that was just throwing it away. And then I have to go to Lowe's and buy some of the foam board we're going to use for the walls, which is like an insulating material, and some 2x4s and stuff like that. So my son can go ahead and start putting the walls in. Now, the walls are definitely not what I would like to have done, but it's all I can afford right now. So it's just it's an insulating board with like a foil on top of it. He says that he can just spray it with something and make it all look white. He's going to use some seam tape and whatever. So it at least looks like half decent anyway. And I'll probably run some 1x3s across the walls in different areas to put pictures on and stuff like that. And I'm going to save a spot for a green screen, a big giant green screen I've got. And then there's going to be a 4x10 foot area in the back for storage for my wife's china cabinet and some other stuff. I'm exhausted, Caitlin. Totally exhausted. Shed almost fell on me yesterday. The jack's still under there. I gotta jack it back up again, just get the jack out. Huh. It's been a very trying time. Well, we got 9 here now. Well, hello, other people, whoever you are. I'm guessing one of them is Minnie. She can't fool us anymore. She already admitted her lurking. She's got a lurking habit now. Probably doing some crafts. But that's okay. But yeah, we're pretty tired. Your grandma's very tired. Nancy helped us move some stuff today. She was going to come back tonight, but she never made it back to pack some more stuff. I haven't been able to pack a lot of my stuff because I do have some stuff packed here in the office. It's all a lot of books and stuff, all heavy stuff. But I've been putting a lot of mine off until the actual studio part's done. It doesn't make sense for me to pack it all up now because I can at least do my live if I can get a chance to do it. Yeah, I wish you were too, Trinity. We definitely could use it. But once the studio is done, which hopefully he'll have done fairly quickly, we got to wire it. I mean, there is more to it. We got to wire it. I want to get receptacles on the different walls and a light or two with a light switch. And we may even change it from a shed door to a regular house type door, and which would be nice. Also gotta build in a opening for the air conditioner. It's got 2 windows in it already. I forgot it had them, and we actually found some windows and was gonna put them in there, but we don't really need them. So hopefully there'll be enough room. I'm gonna be left with a 10 by 12 room, which is smaller than the one I'm in right now. So I don't know. We love you too, Caitlin. Oh, so we've been talking to you all of this time, Ricar, and you've been gone. She doesn't have the money to move down here right now, most likely, and she has to finish her last semester of her college before she can move, Jennifer. She got 2 more months. Oh, somebody abandoned us. We had 9 people here. Now there's 8. Oh, now there's 7. Minnie must have abandoned us too. Jennifer, Nancy's in bed, Jennifer, or you're in bed? Nancy's not over there tonight, is she, Jennifer? Isn't she over at Velvet's? Well, so do I. I hope you got it under control too. Oh, Nancy's there? Oh, okay. I guess we must have tuckered her out too. Us old people tuckered Nancy out. My goodness. Yeah, she was supposed to come back over to help us pack some more. She didn't even tell us she wasn't coming. You should wake her up. You should wake her up and say, Mom and Dad have been waiting for you to come finish packing. I can only imagine the response you'll get, but it would be funny. Or she might just jump out of bed and go, "Oh, I forgot." Chicken. Bark, 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 bark. So, Velvet, how are you tonight? Are you still here with us? I saw Velvet say hi, but she hasn't said anything since. Jane, just go in there with a stick and just poke her. And just hide back around the other side of the door. And eventually she'll just get up to see what the heck's been going on. Why are you just poking her? She might be making coffee. In bed reading. Or playing Mortal Kombat on her phone. Or where's the other one? The other game she plays? Not Mortal Kombat. I don't know, whatever it is. Oh, Velvet. Yeah, I've been dying for some coffee. Although I've been very thirsty lately. Yeah, Call of Duty. That's right. The last several days, I've been trying to drink a lot of fluids. Oh, without a doubt, she's hooked on that game big time. It's like she's crawled right into that phone playing it. Recon, is your food done yet? In fact, I was looking here tonight because we had to go to Dairy Queen. Oh, you're looking for your scratching tool? It's called a quarter or a nickel. Any one will work, Recon. We had to go to Dairy Queen because we didn't have anything to eat all day except a bowl of cereal. And it was like 8:30. I didn't really want to go to Dairy Queen. I don't really like their food that much. But we had to because we were both hungry. And we realized that we packed all the pans today. And we had nothing out of the freezer to cook. Yeah, it is funny watching her. Two Slims and Twizzlers. I actually ate, I didn't want a hamburger. I just didn't. Just had more than enough hamburgers lately. I actually wanted to go to McDonald's and get a fish fillet, but we didn't. And I just said the heck of it. And went to Dairy Queen, and I didn't want one of their hamburgers either. So I ended up getting two chili dogs, two chili cheese dogs, which two was too many for me. One was enough, and some onion rings. And the hot dogs actually were kind of tough. I really didn't enjoy them at all. I'll never get them again, I can tell you that much. But I guess it filled the hole. But I'll probably end up suffering from it. Yeah, I saw pictures of him. I guess he had a lot of fun, huh? All right, you guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go warm my coffee. Y'all talk to each other for a minute. Alrighty, I'm back. Had to get me some more coffee. Oh, good. You all been talking while I was gone. That's good. Your favorite color is gray? Yuck. Gray is not really a color. It's a tint and a shade put together. That's not a color. You get gray from black and white. Black and white are not really considered color. It's not a color. I'm an artist. It's not a color. It's a tint and a shade. Just telling you the way it is. Your soul's not gray. Okay, I know. I understand what you're saying, Trinity, but I'm just saying it's not really a color. I guess you could say it is silver. You call it silver, whatever, aluminum, whatever. But I gotta tell you, you're the first one I have ever talked to that said gray was their favorite color. The very first. Most people, favorite color is green, red, blue. Blue is probably the biggest one. Um, Biggest favorite color is blue. Then probably red, green, yellow. You know, those four. The primary color is really the most people's favorites. Although, well, girls, an overwhelming amount of girls like pink or purple or both. You're unique, all right, sweetie. Silver is not ugly. That's the color of chrome. And I love chrome on my motorcycle. Mm. Okay, who did we lose this time? We must have lost Velvet. Must have lost connection. We're down to 6 again. Well, I mean, that's no different than somebody saying their favorite color is black. And actually, I do know people. In fact, my sister Gina, she likes black. She would paint the whole inside of her house black. She really would. She took your great grandfather's camper that he gave her and painted it black. Yuck. It was yellow. Well, actually, it wasn't yellow. It was tan. Okay, Caitlin. Well, we appreciate you coming anyway. My connection is not that great tonight either. But I haven't checked, but I bet I'm getting a good lag tonight. Not too bad. 4 or 5 seconds. But anyway, I mean, my main thing tonight was I wanted to just update everybody on what's been going on and let you know I'm still kicking. and let you know that we've just been having a awful time of just getting this stuff done, and we've only got not many more days. About 5 days left, and that's about it. In fact, the day we're supposed to be out is my birthday. Isn't that a great birthday present? You get kicked out on your birthday. Yeah, well, I'm going down with the fight. Yeah, I kind of expected you might text me, Recon. I kind of watched for it a little bit. I've been wanting to really, I've told you this already, was take my small camera and bring it up to the RV but I've just been so tired I don't want to go back up there tonight. And I was going to go ahead and try to do a live from up there with the small camera. Yeah, it's a great birthday present. Become homeless. Hey, for your birthday, we're going to make you homeless. How's that for a birthday present? Gotta be careful. I might get Jennifer mad and we will be homeless. She'll tell us to get the hell out. Then y'all have to visit me under the underpass in Gainesville. I'll be one holding a little cardboard sign that says, I refuse to work for anything. I'm too old. Oh yeah, this is not our first go around at hard times, I'll tell you that much. We're getting old, so we've had a few times that were pretty rough. Oh, that's good, Caitlin. Good. I have to do the same thing, sweetie. My phone sometimes will just lag and horrible. And I'll restart it. And in fact, sometimes when I'm having a problem here live, it's my phone. And I have to shut my phone right down. And then things will work better. Then I can turn the phone back on. Oh, Velvet's still here, huh? Well, I thought she left actually. Because we were down so many people. Unless you just came back on. Because we're at 6 now. Ken, you still here, buddy? And I'm not sure if Jennifer's still here or not. Jenny must not be here either because she probably would have said something when I said that she'd evict us. Okay, Trinity, no problem, sweetie. I understand. Have a good day tomorrow. And thanks for coming on. We won't be on too much longer anyway. I try to get more sleep all the time, but it's hard for me. We went to bed last night at about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Maybe it's somewhere around 1:30, maybe 1:30, I don't know. I woke up at 5:30 this morning, wide awake, coughing and whatever, like I usually do. Tried to go back to sleep. I just couldn't even feel comfortable. And finally just decided to get up. So I got up until about 8 o'clock and I started getting like really super tired again. Made myself lay back down for another hour and a half. and get up, but I'm still tired. I got a feeling after we're done with this moving and stuff, we're gonna need a we're gonna need a little vacation, a few days off of doing nothing just to recuperate. Oh boy. But probably won't happen because once the studio's in place, there'll be a lot of stuff to do there too. Setting it up, putting the paintings up and all that stuff, and setting up for doing painting, the live stuff, getting the other computer set up. This computer right here I'm using right now will be going in the studio. So that's gotta be moved. We gotta run a hard wire from the studio into the RV so I can hook into the internet there. So that's gonna have to be done too. Run that through a pipe most likely. And just there seems to be more and more to do all the time. Just don't stop. Overwhelming. Yeah. Like I said the last time, Recon, it's like you get one thing fixed, get one thing done, and then all of a sudden there's another thing added to the list. You just don't go nowhere. Just you got this list of stuff to do that long, and you finally get one or two things done, and all of a sudden one or two more gets added to it. It never goes down. It just keeps the same size. Very frustrating. Yeah, when it rains, it pours. Well, a lot of that's because, it's easy to say I'm just moving down the street. It doesn't matter if you're moving down the street or 100 miles away, yeah, well, except for the distance, but you're still moving the same stuff. And you're still finding out that all of a sudden you have an enormous amount of crap, especially when it's been like 25 years. You don't even realize it because you're so used to it being there, you don't even think about it. Second nature, second hand, it's right there unless you want it and you can't find it. But when you start packing all that stuff, it's like, good God, how am I going to pack all this shit? It's just a lot. Then you try to keep some kind of a system so you can find stuff because, we know we can't use everything we have without a doubt. There's no way to put it all in a RV, none. So we have to have a lot of it stored and we have to take out the things that we need. So we have to make sure they're packed in separate boxes and mark them that goes in the RV. And a lot of times, you're thinking, well, I want this, that, and there, and all of a sudden you get in there, and guess what? You ain't got room for it. So then you have to go over your list in your head again, thinking, well, I gotta figure out what I really need and get rid of some more stuff because there ain't enough room. Because the room is just not big enough to accommodate all that much, even with the slide outs. Believe me, though, the slide outs are a blessing, but still not enough room. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of stuff gets ruined in them. Hopefully, it's not leaking. And of course, if it's furniture, if it's not climate controlled, yeah, it's probably going to be tough. Unless it's been kept in decent, dry and whatever, not getting moist and um, in a position where it could get warped or whatever. I've seen it happen. People store stuff for years, and they're spending $150 a month on storage, and the stuff there was probably worth thousands. So it could justify spending that much money. And then all of a sudden, when they decide they need it, they need to get it out of there, they go there, everything's been ruined. And they've been, in fact, the value of what's left isn't even as much as you're paying for the storage fee every month. And that's a shame. Well, a leather couch may be okay unless it's got mold on it, then it can be a problem. But TVs, if they got any kind of moisture or humidity in them, you can probably kiss them goodbye too. Well, if you wrapped them in plastic or something and kept them like perfectly dry, they may be fine. All right, Caitlin, love you too, sweetheart. Thanks for coming. Have a good night. You're too slow, Recon. She's already gone. Too slow. You're getting to be too old, evidently, Recon. You're just too slow. Of course, the lag probably doesn't help. Even though it's only a 4 or 5 second, that's quite a while before you can get a reply out. And some people, they just don't realize they have to like wait about 5 seconds if they're expecting to have anybody say anything. It takes that long for, at least that long for somebody to reply. Ugh. Excuse me. Good night, Jennifer. Thanks for coming on. We love you. Yeah, I know you've been looking for a bigger house for a while. I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow at some point, Jennifer. I'll be shutting down here in just a few minutes here anyway. I guess Ken must have left. Ken, you still here, buddy? Calling Mr. Ken. Are you there, Mr. Ken? I got a feeling he might have left. Down to 3 people. That would be me, Recon, and Francis. Yeah. It makes a big difference. And some people don't realize that, especially if they're from the city, because they're used to buying a house on a city lot. And it's way smaller. They go to a small town, they see this smaller house and not so fancy as the one they got in New York or wherever, and they go, "Man, that's a lot of money." $250,000 for that little house. They don't realize that it comes with, 10 or 15, 20 acres of land in a lot of cases. That's where the most of the money is, in the land. But, it's the way it is. Hey, an acre is plenty. Hey, especially if you're mowing it. Who wants to? In fact, a half an acre is plenty. Who the heck wants to mow any more than that? That's just a waste of time. All that landscaping that you gotta do and mowing and whatever. Get an acre of land, you might as well just do what my neighbor did. Get him a couple of cows and put them out there and eat the grass. No mowing involved. Yeah, that's a lot of mowing. I used to mow 3.5 acres here, and that took all day, unless I broke it up into a couple of different days. And that was just too much mowing. So I'm glad to be done with that anyway. Because when you're mowing that much land, and it's 100 degrees out, it ain't no fun at all. My father used to love to mow, even when it was hot. He liked to mow. I never liked it. Well, Recon, I think we're gonna shut down for the night, buddy. It's just you and me anyway, so might as well shut it right down. I'm gonna get some more sleep, hopefully. I don't know. Watch for the notice. I'll try to let you know if I do. I just don't know. At this point, I just don't know. It depends on how tired I am, how much we got going. I mean, if we get to a certain point where the studio is about done with the walls, I may start moving some stuff in there and stuff, and I may do that until midnight. You never know once I start moving it. So it's hard to say whether I'll be on or not. But I'll shoot you a text if I am. So anyway, have a good night, buddy. Stay safe, and hope you won on your scratch ticket tonight. And by the way, my wife hasn't played a scratch ticket in probably a year, and she did a $5 crossword last night and hit $200. That's the way it works. All right, take care, buddy. Have a good night. Bye bye. Yep, for sure. We came in a good time. Anyway, have a good night, buddy. Thanks for coming. We always appreciate it. Always enjoy your company. Have a good night. Bye bye.